بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد باب في الاقتصاد في الطاعات. We continue our book Riyad al-Saliheen by Imam Nawawi rahmatullah alayh. This is the 14th chapter of the book with regards to moderation in our ibadah. Hadith is hadith number 8, and the hadith is وعن أبي جحيفة وهب بن عبد الله رضي الله عنه قال أخا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بين سلمان وأبي درداء رضي الله عنه فزار سلمان أبا درداء رضي الله عنه فرأى أم درداء متبذلة فقال ما شأنك؟ قالت أخوك أبو درداء ليس له حاجة في الدنيا. فجاء أبو درداء فصنع له طعاما فقال له كل فإني صائم. قال ما أنا بآكل حتى تأكلوا فأكل إلى آخر الحديث. رواه البخاري. Abu Juhaifah, Wahab bin Abdullah radiallahu anhu reports this hadith, and this hadith is from Sahih al-Bukhari, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam created the bonds of brotherhood between individuals when they had migrated towards Medina. So that aspect of brotherhood, which was known as muakhat, a person from Mecca, a person from Medina, they were set together as brothers or people who were from the area and those who had come in, just so that they can get to know one another, support one another, and be with one another. That had initiated, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made one another as brothers. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam created that bond of brotherhood between Salman radiallahu anhu al-Farsi and Abu Darda radiallahu anhu. These two individuals were set together, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam looked at individuals, their minds, their backgrounds, and he connected people together. So amongst the two individuals that were connected, they were made brothers, were Salman radiallahu anhu and Abu Darda radiallahu anhu. Salman radiallahu anhu went to visit Abu Darda radiallahu anhu as he was made his brother. So when he went there, he saw that the wife of Abu Darda radiallahu anhu, she was Umm Darda, the wife of Abu Darda, she was dressed in very shabby clothing, meaning she was, meaning in a way that it looked like she had really given up, meaning there was nothing, she was living a life that was completely not taking care of herself, and completely shabby clothing. So Abu Darda radiallahu anhu, Salman radiallahu anhu, who was made the brother, said, Ya Umm Darda, what makes you do this? What happened to you? Why is your condition such? So she said, Akhuka Abu Darda laysa lahu hajatun fid dunya. He said, your brother Abu Darda has no need for dunya, meaning he has left and abandoned dunya. In one tradition, it felt that he said that he does not have haja or need of anyone in this dunya anymore, meaning he has solely given himself for akhirah itself. At this moment, he was kind of surprised. So فجاء Abu Darda radiallahu anhu came, فَسَنَى لَهُ طَعَامٍ. He fixed up the food for Salman radiallahu anhu as he was made his brother, and he says, Kul. He says, eat. So Abu Salman radiallahu anhu says, I'm not going to eat until you join me and you also join. So he said, فَإِنِّي صَائِمٌ. I'm fasting. Abu Darda radiallahu anhu said, I'm fasting. I'm not able to join you, but I can host you. So he says, مَا أَنَا آكُلْ حَتَّى تَأْكُلْ. I'm not going to eat till you don't eat with me. Break your fast and eat with me. فَأَكَلَ. And then he ate. فَلَمَّا كَانَ اللَّيْلِ. And when the night came, they began to talk, and then he said, this is the place where you're going to sleep. Salman, this is the place where you're going to rest tonight, and this is the place for you. So Salman radiallahu anhu said, Abu Darda, where are you going to sleep? Where's your spot? You're offering me a place to sleep at your house in this place, but where are you going to sleep? He said, I don't sleep at night. I pray for the whole night. So he says, يَقُومْ فَقَالَ لَهُ نُمْ فَنَامَ ثُمَّ ذَهَبَ. He says, go to sleep and we'll wake up at a different time. In the middle of the night, he again got up, Abu Darda. He says, go to sleep again. We'll wake up at another time. At the last third of the night, Salman radiallahu anhu woke up, and he also woke Abu Darda radiallahu anhu, and he said, this is now the time for us. قُمْ الْآنِ فَصَلَّيْنَا جَمِيعًا. Both of them prayed. فَقَالَ لَهُ Salman radiallahu anhu, at this point, looking at his halat, his wife's condition, his fasting every single day, his not sleeping at night. Now Salman radiallahu anhu took him to the side. And he said, Abu Darda, my brother, إِنَّ لِرَبِّكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٍّ. For indeed, your Rubb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you owe a duty to your Rubb. That's well known. But my brother, وَإِنَّ لِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٍّ. Your own nafs, your own body has a duty upon itself as well. Fulfill the duty that you owe to your body. And then, وَإِنَّ لِأَهْلِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٍّ. And your family also has a duty that you must fulfill. And then he says, فَأَعْتَى كُلَّ ذِي حَقٍّ حَقًّا. And it is your responsibility to fulfill the haqq of all those duties, to fulfill them in the best of the manner. Now, فَآتَى النَّبِي. And then he held his hand and he took him to Rasulullah ﷺ at the time of Fajr. فَذَكَرَ ذَلِكَ لَهُ. And he mentioned the entire incident. Ya Rasulullah ﷺ, I saw Umm Darda like this, I saw him fasting like this, I saw him praying like this, and I shared this advice with him. Ya Rasulullah ﷺ, you guide us. فَقَالَ النَّبِيُّ صلى الله عليه وسلم صَدَقَ سَلْمَانٌ. For indeed, Salman has spoken the truth. Many things in this particular hadith, but few things quickly to take back with us. Although performing voluntary prayer is an amazing, great opportunity for all of us, but it should not be done at the cost of us leaving our obligation. Fulfillment of haqq of our family member is an obligation upon us. Sometimes we want to do voluntary thing while we abandon the obligations that Allah has put upon us. So we need to make sure that we do not take away or abandon the hukuk of those that we have to. Number two, one of the best times to make the tahajjud is the last portion of the night itself. Rest up, and of course, if Allah gives you the opportunity, the last third of the night is some of the most virtuous time. Number three, if you are fasting and if it's an optional fast, not Ramadan, not Qadha, nothing, if it's an optional nafil fast and someone asks you to break meal with them and break your fast, it is permissible and acceptable. And even in some condition to fulfill the heart of someone's need, it's recommended that one can break their nafil fast and then make it up at a later time. To accept the da'wah and invitation of your brother should be honored to such a level that you even break your voluntary fast. Yes, if it's a fard fast, then a person is not supposed to. Number three, it is also important for all of us that with love and affection, we should give nasihat to one another. Whenever we see something, with love and affection, share something that someone can become better, as the Sahaba shared with one another. And last but not least, and receiving information and news from Rasulullah ﷺ at the last moment to make sure that our bases and foundations remain within the Quran and Sunnah itself. May Allah give us tawfiq and ability to live according to the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallah wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu. Assalamu alaikum. कैसे हैं शेख? सब ठीक ठाक?